Yo, what's up, guys? Felix from Giant Lifestyle. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're sitting down with Jeff. In this video, we're going to be talking about how Jeff makes around $3,000 per month working with Amazon Flex. You're going to want to listen to this entire video because Jeff has been working with Amazon Flex for the past 6 months, and he's also been an independent courier for the past 5 or so years. So welcome back to the channel, Jeff. We've had you on a few times. Tell everybody who doesn't know who you are, where you're from, and what exactly do you do?
Hey, my name is Jeff. I live in Tampa, and most people know me as a medical courier. But today we're going to be talking about Amazon Flex. But I'm basically, in a nutshell, I'm basically a delivery driver.
Cool, cool. So tell
Yeah.
everybody exactly what Amazon Flex is. I know I've had you on the channel in the past about, being an independent courier, about being a medical courier, and how you're basically like a taxi driver for boxes. But tell everybody who doesn't know either what being an independent courier is, and if you don't know, you can check out our other videos on my channel about what that is and how Jeff does that and makes, very good money from doing so, thousands of dollars per week. But tell everybody exactly what is working for Amazon Flex. What is Amazon Flex if they don't know?
Okay, well, real quickly, last time I was on your channel, I brought you guys paycheck stubs and I showed you how I made 10 grand a month working as an independent contractor as a courier. And basically, all you're doing is you're picking up boxes from point A to point B. And, you're basically a taxi driver for boxes. And it's just an app on your phone. You work whenever you want to work, you're off whenever you want to be off. Like I said, and all you're doing is picking up a box from point A to point B. And like I said, last time I showed you guys how you can make 10 grand a month, being your own boss and making up your own work schedule, delivering boxes for the courier company. Today, we're going to talk about Amazon Flex. It's more like a side gig or a side hustle. I make about 3 grand a month just doing it part time. You guys can do the same thing, nights, weekends, holidays. It's essentially an app on your phone. I guess it would be similar to Lyft or Uber, something like that. But what basically the largest employer in the United States is Walmart, and number two is Amazon. And so with Amazon, basically, you're still working as an independent contractor. You're a 1099 independent contractor, and you have an app on your phone, and you work whenever you want to work. You're off whenever you want to be off. And what you do is you log in on the app. They'll have some blocks on the screen that will look similar to this. And basically, the blocks on the screen will show you the days, the days, the times, and then the addresses of where you need to go. So you drive to the Amazon warehouse. You'll pick up your Amazon packages, and then you just drop them off and deliver them where they need to go. I have a package here that I brought with me, and basically they're not real big, they're not heavy, they look like this, and you'll pick up like a route, and you'll log in and pick up the Amazon packages and deliver them where they need to go. And you'll just maybe deliver them on the front porch. There's a little barcode right here. And when you get to the address location, you're going to scan the barcode to make sure you have the correct package going to the correct house. Then you just drop it off on the front porch. You take a picture with the app on your phone showing the package has been delivered, and you go on to your next location. So it's very simple, very easy. Anybody can do it.
So you're not actually like yes, you're working for Amazon, but it's not like you're checking in at 9 o'clock. And we're going to talk more about like making your own schedule. But from basically what it sounds like from what you just said, you could basically pick up packages whenever you want. If they have a bunch of packages, a bunch of deliveries that are needed, you can go there and go do 5, 6 deliveries and be done for the day. Is that correct?
Yeah, man. Each one is called routes. They're called blocks. So it's a shift. So you pick up a block, and they have shifts that start early in the morning, as far as 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and they have shifts you can pick up all the way till 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the afternoon, and they have people out there working till 10, 11 o'clock at night. It's all up to you. You pick up blocks or shifts. I'll try to show you on my phone. So here's an example of a block that you can pick up. Sometimes this block here, for example, pays $90, right? So it'll pay you a flat rate to cover one of these blocks. So let's say hypothetically you pick up a 3 hour block. Let's say you pick one up from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. and the block pays $90. Well, instead of it taking you 3 hours to do the block, let's say you get done in 2 hours. Well, you made $45 an hour for those 2 hours that you worked. And then once your route is done, you're free. You get to come and go as you please. You're done for the day once your route is done. The only really downside about Amazon Flex is that you can't do more than 40 hours in a week. So like if the app says 5 hour block and you get done in 3 hours, they still charge those 5 hours to your Amazon Flex account. So you can't do more than 40 hours in a week. So if I do a 4 or 5 hour block, let's say 7 days a week, that's 35 hours. That pretty much will max out your account. So you will be outside, working outside. Some days it may be raining, maybe snowing, There's some days where it's going to be hot outside. That's just part of the gig. But you're not on your feet for 8 or 10 or 12 hours a day. Most of the time, I get the route done in maybe 2, 3, 4 hours, and then you're done for the day. And like I said, you get to be your own boss. You get to make up your own schedule, and all you really need is a car and a driver's license and a cell phone. And you get to basically be a 1099 independent contractor. You work whenever you want to work, and you're off whenever you want to be off. Pretty
Do
simple.
do they okay, that sounds awesome. I didn't mean to cut you off just at the end, but do they say like, hey, we think this block will take 5 hours and then they'll pay you that flat rate, but if you finish it in 3 hours, it's no problem.
Right. So it'll say on the block. I picked up a block the other day, Felix. It was a 3 hour block. I got done in an hour and 20 minutes. They still paid me for my full shift. And I think the block paid like $70. And I was done within an hour and 20 minutes because once you do it for the first, I'd say for the first couple weeks, first month, you're going to take some little bit of adjustment, getting used to it. But once you get it down, it's very simple. It's very easy. I mean, you get to the location. It's going to have an address. It'll say 123 Oak Street. You grab the package that says 123 Oak Street. You scan the barcode, put it on the front porch, take a picture, and you go to your next location.
So that even though you finished in an hour and 20 minutes, it credited 3 hours of the 40 hours you're allowed to work per week, correct?
Yeah,
Cool, cool.
that's 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 why I tell you guys that use Amazon Flex as a side gig or a side hustle, guys. But listen, I mean, there's where else are you going to do that? You're making 3 grand a month. This definitely could buy groceries. This can put gas in your car. This will help you pay a cell phone bill. I mean, I'm not going to tell you that you're going to make 10 grand a month. I'm telling you, I'm averaging about $100 a day. So if there's 30 days in a month, I'm making about 3 grand a month. But if you have a full-time job and you just wanted to do this maybe in the morning, or you wanted to go pick up a block afternoon after you get off from work, maybe you got off from work at 5 and you wanted to pick up a block from 6 to 9 and make 90 or $100, or maybe you just wanted to do it as a side hustle on the weekends. And let's say you work Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you could easily make 400 or 500 bucks on the weekends just working Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's up to you. You get to make up your own schedule.
Now, when you went to go get hired from them, can you talk about how you exactly got hired from them? And then also,
Um,
are there any certain requirements? Did you have to take a drug test? Is there a background check? Did you need a certain type of car? Can you elaborate on that part?
Yeah, well, there's a website you can go to. It's called Amazon Flex. You can Google it, and this is what the website looks like. And it just says here on the app, it says that you just need to live in a city where the Flex operates. You need to be 21 years or older, have a valid driver's license, have a vehicle, and then have a phone, have an app. And it says everything on their website. It'll tell you. It has questions on here. It says what kind of deliveries can you make? What kind of smartphone do you need? What kind of vehicle do you need? You can have passengers with you in the vehicle. So sometimes, if your girlfriend or your kids, maybe you can't find a babysitter to watch your kids because you got to go to work. Well, you can take your kid with you. Sometimes I have my mom will ride with me, my brother, I'll have them ride with me, and it tells you on the app, how much you get paid, all that stuff. But like I said, you're basically a 1099 independent contractor. You get to be your own boss, make up your own schedule, and then every week you get paid every week on Tuesdays and Fridays, direct deposit your bank account.
Cool, cool. And then tell everybody the website again that you go to get hired from again, one more time.
You can Google it. It's just called Amazon Flex. This one says flex.amazon.com. I have it pulled up right here on my phone. I'll drop a link in the comment section below if you want to sign up. And it says most drivers earn between $18 and $25 an hour. And it says reserve a block, make deliveries, and get paid and enjoy life. And so that's pretty much it. It looks like this. It's called flex.amazon.com.
Cool, cool. So how do you think this is different, or what would you say how this is different from being a medical courier? I know you're an independent courier as well. How is this different, or is it the same?
It's similar because you're a 1099 independent contractor and it's an app on your phone. You work whenever you want to work and you're off when you want to be off. I just did a courier gig last night, for example, and I live in Tampa and I drove to Fort Myers and back and just delivered one box for the courier company and they made $100 delivering one box. But with Amazon Flex, they're going to pay you a flat rate to cover a route. So instead of delivering one box, your car will be loaded up with packages like this. I mean, dude, they have women that can do this. My mother is in her 60s. She goes out and does this stuff. So anybody can do it. And you may have 20, 30 packages in your car instead of delivering one. But it's really simple. So you go and you pick up your route. You go to the Amazon warehouse. You pick up your route. You pick up your packages. I'll put the packages in the back seat or the passenger seat of my car. And then when you get to the location, it'll say 123 Oak Street or whatever the address is. You're going to grab your package that says 123 Oak Street, scan your little barcode here, and then you're just going to put the package on the porch, take a picture, and go. Whereas with the courier company, I usually work with the courier company on the middle of the night, so there's not any traffic. With Amazon, I try to go during the day or early in the morning to beat traffic. So maybe I'll pick up a route, let's say from noon to 4, or maybe I'll get a route from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. And by the way, if you get up early in the morning, if you're willing to get up early in the morning, let's say at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, they have surge rates. So you can make $140, $150 for a 4-hour block and be done for the day. I mean, Felix, if you make $150 a day for 7 days in a week, that's 50 grand a year. If
Yeah.
you make $100 a day, let's say you just make 90 or $100 a day, and you did that for 30 days out of the month, okay? You do the math. That's 3 grand a month. That's $36,000 a year. And you're still a 1099 independent contractor, so you're going to pay for your own car insurance, your own gas, your own oil changes. But for a part-time gig, you get to be your own boss. So like yesterday was Thanksgiving. I didn't have to go to work yesterday. We went out to Cracker Barrel with me and my family and had a big, nice Thanksgiving dinner. You get to be your own boss and make up your schedule. So, I mean, to me, like I said, that's $36,000 a year as a part-time side gig that you get to do whatever, you get to be your own boss and make up your own schedule. So it's pretty easy, Felix.
And where do they, just curious, where do you go to pick up do you go to like an Amazon warehouse to pick up the packages?
Yeah, here in Tampa, where I'm at, they have 15 different locations that you can pick up packages. They also have something called Amazon Fresh where you can deliver groceries as well, and the customers can leave you a tip on the app, and you can get tips as well. But I usually prefer to do these packages because I'm more of an introverted person, so I don't have to see anybody, I don't have to talk to anybody. A lot of the times, I'll put the package on the porch and I take a picture, and I'm going before the customer even gets to the door. So I don't have to see anybody. I don't have to talk to nobody. I don't have a boss. I don't have a uniform. I just wear shorts and a t-shirt, drop the packages off, and go. And but yeah, I just went on to the website and applied. Then you download the app, and then once you download the app, it's going to look like this, and then it'll show you. You just go to the offer screen, and then you just pick up whatever block you want to do. This one, for example, says Friday 11:25. It says go to the Sefner warehouse from 2 to 6, and this particular block says it pays $72.
How
But
many
like I said,
how many
on average, I
deliveries
make
would be
about
in that?
$100 a day. Go
How
ahead.
how many deliveries would be in that block?
It depends. Well, that's the only thing about Amazon Flex is when you get to the location, you don't know exactly what part of town they're going to send you, and you don't know how many packages that you have to deliver. So
How
I mean,
many
I had a route I did the other day, and they gave me 50 packages, and we were done in probably 2 hours. And then there's some of them where you have less packages, but your route, the packages where you're delivering are further apart, so they're not like right next door to each other. So you may have a route and it only has 15 packages, but you're driving a longer distance to get to the next location. And so, like I said, they're going to pay you a flat rate for the route. And whenever you get done, if you get done early, like I said, you may get a $90 block for 3 hours. You get done in 2 hours, you'll make $45 an hour. But then there's some other days where maybe there's a wreck on the road or there's traffic or something, and maybe you grabbed a 3 hour block and it took you the whole 3 hours. But like I said, it's something you could just do part time, guys. So if you already have a full time job, or maybe you just looking for something to do on the side, maybe you have kids and you drop your kids off from school, and maybe you just go pick up a route or two while the kids are in school, and then make your money with Amazon, and then go pick your kids up from school in the afternoon. So that's the best part about it, is it's very flexible. You're going to get direct deposit every Tuesday and every Friday. You get the money direct deposit to your bank account. And I'm not going to tell you you're going to make 5-10 grand a month, because there's a cap on how many hours you can do in a week. But bro, I mean, what could you do with an extra 3 grand a month, Felix? Right? That would help you out.
That's a lot of money for anybody. So you said you get deposits every Tuesday and every Friday, every single week.
Yeah.
Cool. That's really, I do like that part. So the next two questions I've had, we kind of already touched on them. Was one, how much can you make? So obviously this is something that you're not going to be able to make, 10, 15,000 a month, because you are capped out, like Jeff said, at that $40 per week. But even if you can pull, 1,000, 2,000, an extra 3,000 per month until you hit that 40 hours per week mark, it's still some pretty good money. And then also you said, how many hours my next question was, how many hours can you work per week? But you said that's 40 hours per week. But I would say even with 40 hours per week, you could still make some good money. And if you take 40 times 4, or 4 weeks per month, there's some good potential in this. So the next question I have, because I don't want to make this video too long, is talk about like, how does it work? You said you can basically make your own hours. Obviously, if you pick a block, you have to complete that block. But I guess maybe touch on what happens if you start a block, but you're maybe not able to make it, your car breaks down. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, man, you get to schedule a block, and at the last minute, you have a flat tire, your kid's sick, you have a doctor's appointment, you got something you got to do. You just go in the app and you can decline the block, and then you'll forfeit the block and give it to somebody else. But if something stuff happens, it's called life. I did a route a couple weeks ago, and I had a flat tire, and I had called. They have a dispatcher, the Amazon Flex line that you can call, and I told them, hey, I've already got the packages in my car. I got a flat tire because they have a certain time when they want the packages to be delivered. And I said, I don't think I'm going to be able to cover this route. I had a flat tire. I'm having an issue, and I just went and returned the packages back to the Amazon warehouse, and they still paid me for my shift, $100 for the day. And I mean, bro, probably 2 to 3 days a week because I'm in Florida. It rains a lot. If it's like thundering and lightning outside, they'll just clock you out and send you home and pay you for your shift. That probably happens 2 to 3 days a week. Where I just show up, I go grab my block, I go grab my route, it's pouring down rain, it's thunderstorm or whatever, and they just say, hey, the warehouse is closed, and they'll just send you home. But yeah, on the app, it'll tell you the pickup location, it tells you the time when you're supposed to be there, the day, and the address of where you got to go. You go to the warehouse, then you pick up your packages, load them in your car, and then you drop them off and deliver them. I mean, it's very simple, Felix. I mean, I've seen girls that are like 5'2", 120 pounds out here delivering packages. My mother's in her 60s and she can go out here and do it. So you guys, if you're, you're able body, you really got no excuses. You got a car, you got a driver's license, you got a cell phone, you could do this.
Do you need any sort of certain type of car? I know with Lyft and Uber, you need like a car that's at least maybe like 2005 or 2010. Do they have any requirements on the certain
On,
kind of car?
on the app, it says they want you to have a four-door vehicle. I mean, you can't drive a motorcycle or something because you may have 20, 30 packages you have to deliver. It just says a four-door car on the app. But I mean, it's pretty simple. You can do it. I don't think you need to have a special car. You don't need a special license. You just need a little bit of hustle. Like I said, you got a car, you got a driver's license, you got a cell phone. Boom. I mean, right now Christmas is coming up around the corner, guys. If you want to make an extra 3 grand in a month to buy Christmas presents, or maybe you just need to make some extra money to buy groceries or pay your cell phone bill or a light bill. I mean, an extra 3 grand a month, that's 36,000 a year for a part-time job. And you don't need any startup capital. You don't need, you're not buying a food truck. You don't need 20 grand to buy a food truck. It's very low startup capital. All you're doing is just using your car, your driver's license, and your cell phone, which you probably already have. And you go to the warehouse, you pick up the packages, then you deliver them. And the better that you get at the job, and more efficient, the more quicker you get done with your route, the more money you can make. And then once you get done with that route, you can come back and grab another one. I found, me personally, I do better with the smaller routes that are 3 hour blocks because I can get a 3 hour block done in maybe an hour and a half and come back and grab another route, as opposed to making, let's say, $100 for a 5 hour block. I may only make $70 for a 3 hour block, but I'm done in an hour and a half. Then I could come back and grab another block if I want to. But yeah, I try to schedule mine around to avoid traffic because I know what time school gets out and I know what time rush hour traffic gets. So I do mine either in the morning or in the afternoon from like noon to 4, or I'll pick up a block in the evening from like 6 to 8 or 6 to 9. But pretty easy.
Cool, cool. So I really like everything that you've been saying. The only thing that maybe I wish for people that are going to watch this video is it didn't have that cap, because I feel like if you didn't have that cap of 40 hours, especially if you're able to knock out, blocks that might take 4 hours and 2 hours, this might be something where you could make close to $10,000 per month. But, it is what it is. But I don't want to make this video too long because we actually do have a time limit on the Zoom call. What would you say to somebody who's thinking about doing this, who wants to do this, from somebody like yourself who does this? What could you say to somebody who's thinking about doing this?
Just try it. It's free to sign up. If you try it out and you tried it out for a month and you don't like it, you don't have to do it anymore. It's free. You don't have to, you don't need a lot of money to get started. You can try it out. You can be your own boss and make up your own schedule. Maybe you could do it during the daytime while your kids are in school. Maybe if you have a 9 to 5 job and you're just looking for a side gig to do on the weekends, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I think you can easily make $400 to $500 on the weekends. And where else can you go to be your own boss and make up your own schedule? You're going to get a direct deposit every week on Tuesday and Friday right to your bank account. And I'm telling you, this is the biggest motivator. If you had an extra 3 grand a month in your bank account, what could you do? Would you maybe be driving a brand new car? Would you maybe live in a nicer neighborhood? Would that maybe, buy groceries for you and your family? So just try it out. I have videos on my YouTube channel. You can check me out as Jeff Doris. If you look me up on YouTube, I have videos to walk you through the whole process and show you how I did it. My second day doing this, I made $230 my second day doing it. And I mean, like I said, the money's direct deposit to your bank account. You really got nothing to lose. Just try it out and see if you like it. If you don't like it, you're out nothing, except for your time and gas money to try it out. Just give it 30 days and see if you like it or not. If you don't like it, that's fine. Do something else. You don't have to do what I do. I'm just trying to help you guys out to help you make money. That's what me and Felix are here for.
Cool, cool. So there you guys have it. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to like it. Like I said, be sure to also check out Jeff's channel on YouTube. His name is Jeff Doris. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.